Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a story time of what happened to my phone, how my dates legit stole my phone. This is not even a funny thing, but it was hilarious at the same time. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. First of all, I want to apologize for posting my intro video and just ghosting on you guys. I am so sorry that wasn't nice of me, but today I'm going to explain what happened, what went wrong, how everything just played out so fast I didn't know where to start from. Okay, so first of all, if you're living in Lagos, Nigeria, and you haven't gone through one crazy experience, then you've not started living here. This happened, and when I told people, they were like, Maka, why would you fall for such? It happens everywhere. And I'm like, how? Where? I don't know of this gist. I don't know of this story. How did this happen? I was literally very shocked. Like I was in shock. You know when you're shocked and you're like smiling and you're laughing because like they ran you street. So yeah, it was this good day. I met this guy like at a mall, let's say on a Saturday. And on Sunday, I was kind of bored. So I was like, okay. And he sent me a message that, oh, what's up? Let's hang out. I was like, okay, cool. Let me go. I'm not someone who goes out. So for that day, I don't even know what went wrong, but I went out. And while I went on this lunch, I mean, it's my first time meeting this guy. No, not my first time, like my second time. The first day was like Saturday, and Sunday was the day we were supposed to go on this lunch stuff. So people were like, you don't meet someone on Saturday and go out on Sunday. And I was so confused because it can happen. Like, it can literally happen. Like, there's no rule that says if you meet someone today, don't go out with the person tomorrow. It's a lie. I don't believe in that. So I was like, let me just go out. And it was the lunch stuff, bright in the day. Not like we're telling me to come to your house or a dinner stuff when I don't know you. So I felt safe. Then I left my house. I was pretty late. I was like 2 hours late. This guy waited for me. I was like, oh, such a gentleman. Then on my way, I realized I forgot my ATM card at home, but I didn't go back because I was like, whatever goes wrong, I'm going to use my phone to make any transfer I need. So I was like, let me just go out like that. And mind you, this guy was still waiting for me. So on my way, looking all pretty and you know the good vibes, I went out. I got there. This guy already ate something, but I was like, it's cool. I mean, I was late, so it's very, very understandable that he has already eaten something. I sat down there. That's how I asked him randomly, oh, did you come in your car? He was like, oh yeah. He pointed to a car to me. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't really care about the car he was riding, but I just wanted to know for some reason. And he was his phone, AirPods, Apple Watch. Not like all that was what caught my attention. What actually caught my attention to this guy was that he was being so nice, because I was with a friend that day and he was being so nice. You know, there are some guys that just walk up to you and not even talk to you. They will talk to you, but they won't talk to your friend with respect. They won't even give her face. So for the fact that he gave my friend face, I was like, oh, this guy is properly, like, he has respect for women. So I just like went ahead with the conversation. So sat down there, we're just talking different stuff. You already ate something. I wasn't ready to eat, but later I was ready. So I saw like a little envelope on the table. I was like, oh, what is this for? He was like, oh, it's his work stuff. He has to hand the envelope over to somebody, these work things. I was like, oh, okay, cool, no problem. He was like, oh, the person is going to come meet me and just pick it up. Don't worry, it's not going to affect our lunch date. I was like, oh, cool, okay. I was there. I was just on my phone. He kept asking me questions about myself. I kept answering, because I mean, it's a lunch day, for heaven's sake. Now there's a part where now I'm thinking about it, everything just adds up. There was a part where he was like, because my screen was cracked, he was like, why is your screen cracked? I was like, oh, this is what happened, my little cousin fell down and all that gist. So we kept on talking. Then when someone is trying to make a call on his phone, he was trying to make a call on his phone, but it wasn't going through, with the excuse of he uses Glow. If you're in Lagos, Nigeria, you know that Glow can be a shitty network sometimes. No shades, but that's what happened. So I was literally vulnerable and I believed him fast, because I know how Glow can be sometimes. I don't use Glow, but I know. So he was like, oh, he's not going and he really needs to hand over this document to someone. Can I use my phone to call the person? I was like, I didn't see a need. Sometimes when you live in this kind of city, you should actually not be nice and be good, because there and then I was just being nice, being the sweet girl that I am, I was just being cute. I didn't want to like be like, no, like, I mean, it's just phone now, he's here with me already, so let me just go ahead. That's how Auntie Amaka and I said, okay, use my phone to call. He called the first time, person wasn't picking, called again, the person later picked, the person was like, oh, I'm on my way there. I was like, okay, this happened, he was sitting right in front of me. So as I was there waiting for him to like wait, we kept on talking, then I ordered my food. Okay, then he was just asking me questions, I was answering stuff like that, like personal question, when's your birthday, how old are you? I think he was trying to do that to try to figure out my password or whatever the fuck that nigga was doing. Sorry, I'm using the F word, but this story time is needed. So as he was there, after a while we were talking, then he asked for my phone again to call the person. Then he took my phone and was standing right in front of me. Now imagine when you're standing somewhere where people can see, I could see him, but you try to move where you can see the road from where you're standing. So he moved to where he could see the road from where he was standing, and that's when I started to feel uncomfortable. But I was like on heels, I could not start pursuing somebody now, be fine girl, big girl, as my phone went to. So as he was standing there, he was looking like the person was outside. He was looking like the person was like, meanwhile he still left the envelope for me with the point of the person will come where we are sitting and get it. So he took my phone, he was walking towards the gate side to like see if the person was there. That's what I thought, honestly. Like I thought that, okay, if anything wants to go wrong, if this guy wants to fuck me up, the highest he could have done was just leave me with the huge bills to pay. But he didn't do that. That's what I expected, at least. Meanwhile, when I got there, this nigga, this boy, this coward asked me if I wanted champagne. But me, I'm someone who, if I go out, anything I know I cannot afford, if anything goes wrong at that point, I don't try to order it, because if you say this place called Lagos, they will run you street. So I never even bother, because I know that it's not something I can pay for sharp and I will not feel it. It's a lie. I will feel it. So let me respect myself and go with something like milkshake or a cocktail or something very normal that I know that if you fuck me up, I will pay and I'll bounce. So he was in my phone. After a while, he didn't come back. I started to feel very uncomfortable. But in my head, I'm like, nah, Lagos can't be this bad yet. Nah, like he definitely hasn't gotten to this for them to like just take my phone like that. So I was sitting down and I called the waiter who was attending to me. I was like, okay, this nigga that was sitting down here, check if he's outside for me, because he's with my phone. And the guy came back and was like, oh yeah, he's outside, he's making a call, blah 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 blah. So because the waiter said that, I felt very relaxed. I just decided to calm down. Okay, Amaka, your phone is good. Meanwhile, he probably wasn't there. I don't know what the waiter was saying or if they were working together. I'm not going to mention the restaurant, because I mean, nobody wants bad energy for their business. It's really not their fault. But after he went out and the waiter told me he was still there, I became calm. But after a while, I started to feel, when you just know that your phone has gone, but you're just trying to say to yourself that, oh, it's a lie, it can't really happen that way, all these things. That's how I asked. They said he wasn't there again. I was like, fuck me. Like, what? I just started laughing and giggling, because I was like, I can't even make a transfer for the food I ate. It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. I was in shock. I wasn't mad at that point. I was just laughing, because I was like, man, has it got into this? Like, as this hustling got into this, that you're coming to do that? Like, I was so pissed off. I just sat down there with confusion in my head, like, what am I going to do? So I kind of asked the waiter to give me his phone. Let me log into my Instagram. I probably text a friend, because I don't know anybody's number I'll find apart from my mother, and that's not the best person to call at that situation. Please, she was just going to kill me. So I was like, let me just log into my Instagram and call a friend or something. She transferred the money for my food first and order me my Uber home. Let me go and pour cold water on my head and actually figure out what just happened to me. Like, what just happened to me. So that's how I now sat down there, and there was a car parked opposite where we were sitting. I think the people in the car, they were a couple. They called the waiter, and the waiter explained, and they were so nice to me, like God bless them wherever they are. I couldn't get up to go and greet them because I was in shock, I was confused, and I didn't want to inconvenience them now because they didn't ask me about the story. It was the waiter they called, so I just like, let me just sit down there. So they called the waiter and asked him what happened. He told them everything that went wrong. They called the manager for me. The manager was like, do I want to report it to the police? I was looking at her face like, what is this woman saying? Report what to the police? Like, is that what I need right now? Like, I like, hey, she from this place, Joe. That's how I felt. Like, please leave me alone. Not this thing you're talking to, not what's wrong with me. So the nice people, the God sent people, just paid for my food, gave the waiter cash for me. They asked me where I stay, gave the waiter cash for me to book my Uber home, and that was how I just went home. On my way home with my Uber driver, I begged her to, because it was a lady that drove, funny enough. I begged her to use my phone. I called my mom to explain everything. Mommy was just shouting, why would you do this? Blah, 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 blah. She just being an African mother, basically. So I went home devastated, sad, everything. And the thing that pained me is that phone was my hard-earned sweat, you guys. Nobody bought it for me. Nobody added 5 quid for me. It's not a bad thing for someone to buy your phone. No, don't come and get Amaka wrong. But when you use your money to do something and it goes wrong or it gets lost, that thing can just make you run mad, because you're like, oh my God, my money is gone, just like that. Because that's how I felt. I went home just so sad. It didn't hit me till like a few days later. I was like, and my phone, I was so addicted to my phone. Not addicted, but I couldn't do anything. All my life revolved around all my creativity. Like, they were just things that inspire me on my phone. When I see my editing apps, I just get more inspired. Like, things were just boosting my vibes when I'm on my phone. But when it was gone, I was like, this happened ending of February. It was like, well, see, at this point, like, I don't even know what to do again. Like, I'm just tired. Like, I'm not even interested. That's why I actually didn't post for a while, and I'm so sorry about that. Like, that's such a bad start for me. Like, I mean, consistency is what everybody wants, but that's just what happened. So after this whole thing, that the guy, I went home and all that, I was calling the phone. He switched it off. Then I kind of asked the restaurant for a CCTV camera so I could like post him online and all that stuff for other ladies to beware. But they didn't give it to me. They're being very reluctant about it. I guess they didn't want a bad name to their restaurant, but whatever. I just didn't bother anymore. So I just fashion the case. I just left it. Then the next day I called. He was speaking, but he wasn't saying anything. So the first thing I did was to call my network service provider to block the SIM and all that, so he couldn't make transaction. Blocked all my apps, all my banking apps, so he couldn't make transactions. So that's how everything did. I'm happy at least he didn't steal my money, because that one I would have just cost him wherever I was. But yeah, the best he would do is probably sell the phone, maybe dismantle the part and sell the phone and all that, because the phone is cracked. So I doubt he will even make more money from me. But that's the new thing. In case you're in Lagos and you've never heard of this, please hear of it now from my channel and tell your friends. Share this video to your friends to see it, because it happened to me live and direct. I did not expect it. If they tell me that this will happen, I'll be like, nah, you're talking crap. But it's a lie. It happened to me. So I just want everybody to be careful out there. People were just thinking, I was just thanking God for my life journal, because imagine I went to see him in a closed space or somewhere that wasn't outdoor like that. That guy can be a ritualist. He can literally kill me just to get my phone and money from me, because doing that in an open place. Yeah, before I forget, when I opened that envelope that was even on the table, man, I saw another empty envelope inside. That was the part that busted my head. I was like, this guy really prepared for me. Like, he was ready for me. He ate, left the how can someone be such a coward? Go hustle like your mates are hustling. Why are you trying to scam a lady physically? Like, invite her and take her. In fact, that's stealing, broad daylight theft. Like, go and do. There are other things to do to make your money now. Like, I I was so devastated. Then different things were just coming up all at once. I was like, you know what, I can't even sit there in front of a video and give you, in front of a camera and give you guys the vibe you want. It wasn't going to work. I tried, but I was like, nah, it's not working. So I just had to stop till I was ready, and I got a new phone, and everything just started to flow and become back to normal. So that's what happened. That's the team, that's everything. So you guys should just be careful out there, honestly, because there are hungry people in the street, hungry ladies, hungry guys in Lagos, Nigeria. So this happened to me live and direct, but I'm just thankful I didn't go to like a hidden place with him. If not, only God knows what it would have done to me because of phone or money. But yeah, and I don't have his number because he didn't back up when I got my iCloud back. Like all those things didn't back up, so I couldn't even get his number. But I saw my phone serial number and all that thing because I didn't find it before. That's why I didn't track the phone. But now the matter has died. Like I've forgotten about that bag. I just like, you know what, that's a very good experience for me. So now it made my trust level so bad. Like that period, whenever a guy walks up to me, I'm like, whoop, about turn 360 degrees, turn back, don't come near me, don't respect yourself. Your gender has taught me enough. That's how I was doing that time. Like if you text me or if you come meet me, I'll just be boning my face, squeezing my face, like, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you? That's how I was behaving that time. I didn't want to give anybody my number. I was just on my own. Like I removed hand. I washed my hand from anything guy Lagos. I wash my hand. So now it has made me, even if somebody is dying beside me and it's like, let me use your phone, I would hardly give the person now, because I don't want to go through that again. Like I don't want to go through that again. It was not nice. It was funny when I told people, because they're like, how can your launch day to do that? Like, who is the person? And if you see this person, you know the person is a thief. Some people will say, Amaka, you were not smart enough. But this can happen to anybody. I am not even joking. Hey, you would think you're smart, but you know, when you find the person that is smarter than you in all these street things, maybe I'm not so street smart like every other person living in Lagos, but it can happen to anybody, and that's the truth. This guy has been doing it for years, I'm sure. This is not his first time. In fact, it's his job. It's how he lives his life. It's how he makes his money. So definitely, he knows the people that will try to act smart to him and knows what to do with them. So this is not a situation of you're not smart enough, or it's not that. It could have happened to anybody, and just like I'm trying to say. So you guys should just be careful out there. And now I'm back for real. So you guys are going to be seeing content every week, like I promised. Like I'm going to try, because I also have a 9 to 5, and that one was also frustrating me at that point, because I was like, I'm not in the mood for you people's wahala. My phone, 9 to 5, everything I just needed a break, honestly. So yes, that's the end of my story time, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. Be smart in what's legal, as in smart. Don't trust anybody. Everybody's a suspect, everybody's a culprit. Do not trust anybody. And you see those people that like having flashy things, they are the ones you suspect, because they can be the one that's having fake life and want to collect your money or something from you. So beware, ladies. Guys, also beware, because I know that I can't say this thing happens to one person or one gender. It's something that can happen to anybody. So that's the end of my story time, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys understand why I took a break now, and I hope you guys continue to show me love. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more story time from me and my crazy experiences, don't forget to like, drop a comment, share this video, and subscribe, and turn on your post notification so you can be at alerts when I post a new video. And without much gist and yarns and everything, I really hope you guys enjoy and understand why I took a break, and I'll catch you on my next video. Love and kiss.